Rolling locks and DNPs. That is the topic of the week on Sorare. Everyone's weighing in with their opinion. Except for me, I can't be fucked. Because I have nothing to say that hasn't already been said. So today we're talking about something a bit different. Quantum theory. Now, what is quantum theory, you might ask? Well, I don't really know, honestly. So let's ask ChatGPT. Yeah, I'm not fucking reading that. Reading's for fucking nerds. Now, what I do know is that a common refrain in quantum theory is that anything that can happen does happen. And when you consider what this means in the context of Sorare, a lot of conclusions bubble up. In fact, all of them do. In particular, if a situation can end with myself either picking a winning So5 team or not picking a winning So5 team, and as I've said in quantum theory, every result literally does happen, then that means there are quantum timelines out there where I've picked said So5 team that ends up winning a reward, or perhaps the whole competition itself. You know, no matter how ludicrously unlikely, if there's a non-0% chance of me picking a winning So5 team with the players I have at hand, then that means I will always pick a winning team in a certain timeline. I just have to figure out how to fucking get to that timeline. Like, what the fuck? Long story slightly less long, it's possible for myself every game week to pick a team that wins better than what I'm currently doing. So you'd have to ask, why the fuck do I continue to live in this quantum Sorare timeline where I refuse to do such a thing? And, you know, okay, a winning lineup on that game week, as I've said, won't necessarily win me the number one spot every time. It's player dependent to what I have in my account and what players score well on that weekend. But, you know, surely every game week I can do better than winning a 2-star box, for fuck's sake. Like, take this game week here, for example, game week 45, where I actually did do better than winning a 2-star box. God damn it, that ruins my point. But okay, each team is a tell of one half. The first two teams, the back three, so the goalkeeper, defender, and midfielder, all did quite nicely. Clean sheets from both sides and a decisive from each midfielder. That's all fine and dandy, like sour plum candy. I was then let down by an attacker in each team, the first team being Garnacho, and then obviously Jimenez alongside a DNP in the second. These goddamn DNPs, man. We need rolling locks. This is outrageous. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to talk about DNPs and rolling locks today. Let's let that one slide. But team numero uno plus dos, aka the third team, my front two is what carried the team to a higher reward. A 100 from Kluivert. The fella is on pure smoke right now. He is cooking. And a strong 75 from Mitoma, but they are alongside mid to below average scores from Pickford and Rice, and I just think to myself, how the fuck have I not combined some of these players for something bigger? Like, how have all three teams been let down by one particular part of the side? Why can't I live in that quantum timeline where Kluivert and, say, Mitoma are alongside the Palace or Fulham free? I mean, if they make up the front two in this middle team here, that's an extra 150 points added to the total, you know, when you exclude Mitoma's captain bonus. You know, that would have been second, for fuck's sake. That's a podium. I could have had my first podium of the year, but no, I live in the wrong quantum timeline where I just fucked all of the fucking shit up. And I just have to ask myself why. Like, I'm already autistic in this timeline. Surely I deserve something in my life. Like, fuck. But okay, this is of course on me. I can't mope and sorrow in this quantum timeline. I have to be the best Royalivi I can be. I need to get better at selecting my So5 teams. There's nothing. What the fuck? Can I just not do words normally? Like, fuck! Sorry everyone, I'm getting all worked up and bent out of shape here. Let's try that bit again. I need to get better at selecting my So5 teams. It's plain and simple, and on top of that, I just need to focus on stronger players as a whole. I mean, Classic is pretty dead, you know, in a sense anyway, right? We all know that. But the scores are super competitive. Let's check out my score and a comparison from this midweek Champions League special palooza we've just had here. It was all nice and fun watching all those games at once. That was a bonus of the new Champions League format. But here, I got 381 to squeeze into box territory. You know, that limited box with the one essence I'm going to get from that. That's going to be great. You know, originally I was annoyed as well, right? Because Oblak conceded and lost his clean sheet in basically the last kick of the game. So I was all like, you know, I've probably won less. But no, I checked out the scoring jumps, and even with, you know, the extra 25 decisive and a small additional AA boost, I was still firmly in the bottom rung of rewards with a 400 plus score that would have been. So, you know, it's super tough. Is my overriding arching point here, and this is why I talk about what I just said. Going for super strong players only, from here on out. In season, that would be whenever we buy new cards from the auction market, specifically here thinking of the MLS cards that will be dropping in February. We hope. Because look at this team that won the midweek special. Courtois, Grimaldo, Kimmich, Rafinha, and Lamau. Like, that is literally 5 of the best players in the game right there. So, obviously, no surprise they did really well. I'm not criticizing that or saying it's a bad thing that the score was super high or anything like that. But it just shows, having a super duper trooper team of stars is clearly the way to go. Like my team, which got, near 400 points, Brandt got an assist for Dortmund as my midfielder. Lovely. But he still only got a score of 72. Like, what the fuck's that gonna do for me in these competitions? That's not gonna push the ceiling any higher than, maybe a tier 5 on a good day. And as I say, Classic, it's a bit dead. I'm sort of stuck with what I've already got in the account. I'm not going to change much there or worry too much about that. I'll just vacuum up, the couple of boxes we win along the way. But any new in-season purchases I make from here on out, I'm thinking with my MLS cap on here, I want the upper 10% of players every single time, or it's just an exercise in quantum futility. Wow, word of the day here is quantum. It's getting a lot of airtime today, and I still don't really know what the fuck I'm going on about. But okay, let's cut all the talk and look at my Cap 250 limited team for the weekend. It's fairly strong, I think. I guess, I don't fucking know. There's no real rhyme or reason to my teams, and this is why I live in the shit timeline, for fuck's sake. But favourable home fixtures for all 5 players. If there's such a thing as a favourable fixture for Manchester United right now. The issue is whether Garnacho starts or not, right? He's obviously linked away with Napoli and Chelsea. If only I had a 6th slot for a sub in case he DNP'd, right, everyone? Those DNPs and rolling locks. But okay, on the whole, this could cook. It probably won't cook. Might not even defrost by the end of the game week. I mean, I'll probably get 407 points and win a 2-star box. But I digress, because I like it, and I like you. And I'll catch you next time, because I don't like you. I actually love you.